Another day and another opportunity for you and I to gather around right here, the good word of God. We are blessed with faithful Abraham. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for being with us on this Wednesday. For those of you that watch us by YouTube, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, click that bell for us, and share with others the teachings of Connections. We appreciate those of you that watch us by YouTube. We're going to have a great time today. I think the Lord's been blessing this series and helping people. And I think yesterday and the day before, I think this has been a good series where the Lord's just blessing us. And today we're going to get into some good things again. The Lord's going to give us some answers today. So that's why I got a big smile and I was laughing as I opened up the broadcast, just so full of the joy of the Lord this morning. Excited to be with you. Let me say that this is real important to me. I look forward to daily broadcast. You know, when you minister 5-6 days a week, it becomes a big part of your life. And so this is a big deal for me. This is a big part of my life, is getting with you on a daily basis, Sunday through Friday, and ministering the word. And just really love you, love our time together. And it's a big part of my life. And I pray it has and is becoming a big part of your life. There's Brother David Reed. Good morning, sir. Sister Gloria. And there's Sister Elizabeth. Good morning, everybody. Father, in Jesus' name, we come boldly to your throne of grace today. Father, thank you for giving us a spirit of wisdom and revelation today, giving us insight into your word. And we just give you praise for utterance by the Holy Ghost in Jesus' great name. Amen. Amen. Good morning there, Brother Mark. Thank you, buddy, for being with me today. Let's open up our Bibles, please, to the book of Romans, chapter 8. Let's read our foundation passage here. Romans, chapter 8. Excuse me. Romans, chapter 8, verse number 14 through 16, please. We got some good things to look at today. The Bible says, "For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. For you've not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but you've received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. And if children, then heirs, heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together." Man, I love this passage of Scripture. It is your right, it is your privilege, and it is your responsibility as a child of God to learn how to be led by the Spirit. Let me make this statement I made yesterday. Your spiritual maturity is so directly connected to being led by the Spirit. This is a great way you can tell if you're really growing up, is how good are you at being led by the Spirit? Because we've got two choices. We can be led by our flesh, or we can be led by the Holy Spirit. And so to develop spiritually like we're supposed to, we need to learn to be led by the Holy Spirit. Now, being led by the Spirit is a lifelong commitment. This is not something that you're going to graduate. They're going to hand you a certificate and say, "Congratulations, you've graduated from the school of the Spirit. You've got it all down now." No, being led by the Spirit, excuse me, being led by the Spirit is a lifelong commitment. There's always something new to learn. With the Spirit of God, there's always something new to learn. And you want to enroll. You don't want to enroll in the school of hard knocks. You want to enroll in the school of the Spirit and just make a lifelong commitment. I'm going to get to know the Holy Spirit. We're going to fellowship. He's going to become my best friend. I'm going to become his best friend and really learn to walk in the Spirit. Good morning there, Sister Lisa. Now, we've got three major things I want us to look at today. We'll see how far we can get in this today. Let's read this verse 14 again. "For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God." It's amazing how many people can hear from God for you, but they just can't hear for themselves. People need to hear God for themselves, and they need to walk it out. And we need to see some fruit before you go around hearing from God for others. This is something that has caused a lot of problems in the church, is people going around, oh, I got a word for you. I got a word for you from God. And I believe in that. God has spoken to me through other people. God has spoken to me to give a word to other people. But it's amazing how many people, I got a word for you, but their own life is in shambles. And, their life is a mess. Their finances are a mess. Their relationships are a mess. They have very little discipline in their life. Excuse me. But they always got a word for somebody else. Listen, brothers and sisters, we need to make sure we're hearing from God for ourselves. We need to walk that out and have some fruit in our life before we tell somebody, I've got a word for you. Now, I've been blessed with some people that are mature in the Lord, people that have given me a word from God, and it's been right on. I appreciate that. But I've also had flaky people come through our church and come into my life, and they were as flaky as your cereal this morning. And they got a word for you from the Lord, and every half hour, every day, they got a word for you, but their life is a mess. Well, I really just disregard that. I just take and set that aside and say, Lord, if that's from you, you're going to have to show it to me, but their life is a mess. If somebody comes to you and their life is strong, they're strong in the Lord, their life is solid, they're bearing the fruit of the Spirit, and they're not just reaching for the gifts of the Spirit, they have solid fruit. And that person comes to me and says, Phil, I really believe the Lord would have me say this to you. I'm going to listen to them because the fruit of the Spirit is developing in their life. They're a person of character, they've got integrity, they're consistent. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, okay, I'm willing to listen to that. And so for those people that would happen to come across this broadcast and you've always got a word for everybody all the time and your life is a mess, just do this. just button it down and hear from God for yourself. Walk it out for a while, and then okay, we'll listen to what you got to say. But it's important that you hear from God for yourself. I'll take an amen. Don't let people pressure you to do things that is not in your heart. There's Sister Glory with Jesus. Don't let people pressure you to do things that are not in your heart. Brothers and sisters, you can only do what God gives you the grace to do. If God's not giving you the grace to do it, you're not going to do it. I mean, you can try to do it, but don't let people pressure you, give you a yea, saith the Lord when, they're not hearing from God. Don't let people pressure you. The Holy Spirit prompts, the devil pressures. The Holy Spirit prompts, the flesh pressures. And this is a great way to mature and learn the difference. If you feel a lot of pressure, I got to do this now, that's your flesh, or that's the enemy, or that's people that maybe mean well, but they're in the flesh. The Holy Spirit is going to prompt us. We must learn how the Holy Spirit communicates with us. We must learn the language of the Spirit, and we've already touched on that once in this series. The Holy Spirit is the Spirit of truth. I'm going to make this comment. I don't have time right now to really deal with this, but in this series, I feel like it would be incomplete for me not to share this. The same things that makes churches and people open to the moving of the Holy Spirit also leaves them open to deception. That's why the Word of God should be first and that prophecy should be judged. Let me share with you as a pastor here, one of the big reasons why there's not a major move of God in so many churches in our city is because pastors aren't willing to deal with the issues that come with being led by the Spirit, that come with the move of God. And a pastor has to deal with things. For example, I was in a church service, this was years ago, and a man stood up and he began to prophesy. And he started out in the right flow. But then he paused, and then he stepped over into the flesh, and he said, some say I am of Bob, some say I am of Ron. Remember, some say I'm of Paul, some say I'm of Peter. Well, he said, some say I'm of Bob, which was the senior pastor. Some say, I am of Ron, which was the associate pastor. And so he starts to go into this, quote, prophetic word. And there was some stuff going on in the church. And I just so loved and respected the pastor. He got up on the platform. He said, brother, hold that. Brother, hush. Brother, stop. And he took 10 minutes, took us through scriptures, and showed us where the man began in the right flow, but then how and where he got off. Most pastors wouldn't do that. I've been in a service where a guy got up and he began to prophesy, and he prophesied for 10 minutes, and all the leadership was over there talking amongst themselves, but nobody had the wherewithal, the spiritual guts to get up on the platform and say, hush, you're not being led of God, and to teach people. And because pastors aren't willing to teach and train people, maybe because they don't know themselves, there's stuff that happens. When the Spirit of God is moving in a service, flesh gets stirred up. And people aren't, they're not comfortable, they're not accustomed to the moving of the Spirit. And so their flesh gets stirred up. And so you have flesh manifesting with the Spirit of God manifesting. And so as a pastor, you've got to deal with these things. And that's a big reason why we don't have a moving of the Spirit. The same thing that opens up a person or a church to the moving of the Spirit opens us up to deception. That's why you've got to have a strong love for the Word, you've got to be in the Word, and you've got to bring loving correction. And the church family should be a place where you learn, and you're going to have to learn how to be used in the gifts, because the Spirit of God's perfect, the gifts of the Spirit are perfect, but it's flowing through an imperfect vessel, and it takes training. And church should be a place where we have a safe environment. I'm going to step out because I believe God has given me a prophetic word for the church. I'm going to step out by faith and I'm going to do this. And then that prophecy should be judged. And if we are not allowing that prophetic word or that tongue and interpretation to be judged, then something's wrong. I had this happen to me years ago. I was pastoring a church, and this lady came in, and she stood up in church and she began to prophesy. I didn't know her, and that's okay. That's okay. God's used me in a place where people didn't know me, so I'm cool with that. I'm open to hearing what God has to say. And so she began to prophesy, and it was right on. And I'm like, praise God, And I told the church, I said, I don't know this lady. She gave a right word. Our church needs to heed this word. This was a good word. Let's lift up our hands and give God praise that He honored us with this word. The next week, she came in. She stood up. She began to prophesy. And I said, sister, hold that. And she kept on going. I said, sister, hold that. She kept on going. I said, sister, shut up. I said, shut up and sit down. You're out of order. Oh, she got offended. She got mad. So, she was all puffed up. And after the service, I went over to her and she goes, who do you think you are to tell me to shut up? Who do you think you are to sit me down? I said, well, I don't know who you think you are, but I know who I am. I'm the pastor of this church. You are out of line. Well, you can't do that to me. You don't know who I am. I'm prophet so-and-so, and I've got this following, and God uses me. I said, sister, God used you last week, but this week you were in the flesh. Oh, she was mad. She was offended. Guess what? Never saw her again. Never saw her again. She had a true gift of the Lord, but she got flesh in there. And so we have to develop, and we need to be in a place where someone knows these things and will lovingly bring correction so we can be used of God greater and greater. The less flesh and more spirit that's manifested, the greater the blessing, the greater the manifestation of the Spirit. Praise the Lord. Let's go to Psalm 32, please. Psalm 32, Psalm 32, verse 8 and 9. Think about Romans 8, please. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. Good morning, dear Sister Gigi. Thank you so much. Good morning, Brother Rex. Psalm 32, verse number 8. Psalm 32, 8 and 9. Psalm 32, 8 and 9. How are we led? We are led by the Holy Spirit. We are led internally, not externally. Good morning there, Sister Christina. Awesome to have you with us today. Psalm 32, 8, 9. I don't know why you're not getting the notifications. I'm sorry about that, but I'm glad you're with us today. It's always 8 a.m. Psalm 32, 8 and 9. How are we led? We're led by the Spirit. We're to be led internally, not externally. Satan is the god of this world, 2 Corinthians 4, 4, and he maneuvers the chess pieces, and so we cannot determine the will of God by what we see, by what we feel. We determine the word of God, number one, by the word, and number two, by the leading of the Spirit. In Psalm 32, 8 and 9, we have this: I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will guide thee with mine eye. Be, be ye not as the horse or as the mule, which have no understanding, whose mouth must be held in with bit and bridle, lest they come near unto thee. What great instruction we have here. God will instruct you. He will teach you. He will train you. He will counsel you. But don't be as the horse or the mule that needs a bit and a bridle. This is so instructive. Why does a horse need a bit? Why does it need a bridle? A horse that yields because of the bit yields to get away from the hurt. There's pain with that bit in his mouth, and so when you pull on that rein, he feels pressure, he feels pain, so he wants to get away from that pain, so he turns his head, and a horse always goes in the direction of his head. If a horse, if his head's on the left, he's not going to go to the right. All right, so the Lord is saying, and this is so sad, some Christians have to have pain to be obedient. Once they hurt enough, they yield and they start obeying. And the Bible says, don't be as a horse or a mule that needs pain, and then you get enough of it, and okay, I'm done, I'm tired of hurting, and now I'm going to obey God. We have a lot of that in the body of Christ. That shows immaturity. And there's two big reasons for that. Number one, we don't have the solid teaching we need, and I'm not saying I've arrived by any means. And number two, the vast majority of our testimonies is this: yeah, praise God, I got saved. You know, I gave my life to the Lord as a little boy, little girl, and then I went away from God, and I robbed 4 banks, and I took drugs for 17 years, and I did this and that, and praise God, God hounded me, and God chased me down, and now I'm gloriously saved. And because we have the majority of testimonies that way, and everybody's like, oh, that's great, that's so great. No, that's not great. If you have to have pain to be obedient to the Lord, then you're missing being rein trained. Now, you can have the bit in your mouth, you can have the pain, and you can alleviate the pain by being obedient, or you can be rein trained. A horse that is rein trained, all you have to do, you don't need to put a bit in their mouth, you don't have to put pain in their mouth. All you have to do is lay that rein on the side of their neck that you want them to go. And just that slightest pressure of that strap, that rein on their neck, that's the way they're going to go. That's what God wants with you and I. He wants us to be rein trained. He doesn't want us to, God chased me down for 35 years and I got gloriously saved after I raped 4 women and was 15 years in jail. Great, you're saved, you're going to heaven. We rejoice. But God wants us to be rein trained where the slightest impression of the Spirit, that's the way we're going to go. Amen. Good morning, Sister Whitney. So don't be hard-headed. All right? Don't be hard-headed where you have to have a lot of pain to be obedient. Be easy to work with. Be eager to be led by the Spirit. Always be looking for and listening for the Holy Spirit's leading. Always be looking for and listening for the Holy Spirit's leading. I had a good time with some friends yesterday. We were at a coffee shop. There was 4 of us. And one of the ladies, who's stronger than 60 yards of barbed wire fence, said, "What are you getting? What are you getting?" And I wasn't getting anything, all right? But when people talk, I get quiet because I don't want to just listen to what they have to say. I want to be listening for the Holy Spirit. What does he have to say? Because it's what he has to say, that's what counts. And that's what's going to change lives, and that's what's going to shift things. So whenever I'm in a counseling session or people are just talking to me, I'm listening to them, but I get real still and quiet on the inside because I'm listening for the Lord. I want the Holy Spirit to speak to me. This helps us to be rain trained and not, well, I have to have, my lights turned off and they've repossessed my car and now I'm ready to start tithing, Pastor. Don't be hard-headed, be easy. You want the Holy Spirit to find you easy to work with. Amen. So always be listening to the Holy Spirit. Let's go to 1 John chapter 2. I got 2 points in. I'm going to go longer and get number 3. Good morning, Sister Courtney. I didn't see your name there. Or if I did, I don't remember it. 1 John 2 and 20. So that's my second main point, and I'm going to go a little bit over. 1 John 2 and 20. So I had a great time with friends. Like I said, this one person, she's stronger than 60 yards of barbed wire fence. And it's fun because I'm always reading to her, or she's always reading me, and we're listening for the Holy Spirit. And we had a lot of fun yesterday. But if you're going to hear the voice of God, if you're going to be rain trained where just the slightest impression, you're able to pick up on that and go with that. If you're going to be rain trained, you're going to have to spend time getting quiet and just listening for the Lord. Listen for him down here. All right? Amen. Brother, Sister Whitney with amen. 1 John 2:20. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. One more time. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. We need to look for a knowing. Do not put an emphasis on voices. Do not put an emphasis on voices. Put an emphasis on a knowing. If you will grab hold of the knowings, and if you will treasure the knowings, and if you will be led by those knowings, then God will be able to entrust you with visions, dreams, manifestations, audible voice of God, the authoritative voice of God that happens in your spirit. If you will emphasize knowing, being sensitive, yielding to the Spirit, you'll come to a place where God can trust you with more and more manifestations because you're going to have the fruit of the Spirit as the foundation for the gifts of the Spirit to operate on. You don't want to be a person who has all of the gifts, but you have no fruit. You want a lot of fruit to be the foundation, so when the gifts of the Spirit manifest, you don't have the big head. Look at me. I'm all that. I'm a full meal deal. I'm a number 3, all right, on the spiritual board. No, you want to develop character because, do this. In your mind, picture a gun on a battleship. Take that gun and put it on a rubber life craft. Now, the weight alone is going to sink that rubber life craft, but just for sake of illustration, let's say that a baby Christian is the rubber life craft and the gun is the gifts of the Spirit. The recoil of that gun blasting off is going to sink the rubber life craft. There are Christians who don't have the character, they don't have the fruit, so when the Spirit of God does use them, the recoil of being used of God, oh man, and here comes the big head. You don't want to be that way. You walk with the Holy Spirit. You pursue the things of God. You develop character. You let the fruit of the Spirit develop in you. And then as the gifts of the Spirit manifest, and people are like, man, I really appreciate that. You think, well, I appreciate it too. I appreciate God using me. Let's just give Jesus some glory because it wasn't me. It didn't originate with me. It just came through me, but it came from the Holy Ghost. So let's just give Jesus some glory right now. And that's, you're in a place where he can use you more and more without you getting into pride. And that's not really what I wanted to say. Partially it is. So don't put an emphasis on voices. Look for a knowing. I want you to make this confession with me. Say, I function by the unction. If you give me just 4 or 5 more minutes, because I'm in a flow here, I'm going to show you something by the help of the Lord that will reveal why there's so many people hurt in the body of Christ that don't want to have anything to do with us. All right, we have a bad reputation. Those of us who believe in healing, speaking in tongues, prosperity, we're shunned by a whole lot of the body of Christ. And a lot of it is our fault because of our immaturity. And I want to show you a difference here between a perceiving and a leading. Say it with me. Say, I function by the unction. I function by the unction. The Holy Spirit will give you a knowing. You'll have a perceiving in your spirit. Okay, thank you, Lord. That's the way I'm supposed to do that. We have a knowing. We have a perceiving on the inside of us. You do not take that perception and make that perception equal a leading. We function by the unction. When you discern something in your spirit, you perceive something. That doesn't mean you're supposed to blab it. That doesn't mean you're just supposed to step out and do it. We have hurt people in the body of Christ when we perceive something by the Spirit and then we told them. And we missed it by 6 months. If we had just buttoned our lip and kept our mouth closed when we have the true perceiving and just wait for the leading, for the unction, when we get the unction, then we step out and do. When we get the unction, we step out and say. Many times a perceiving is your FYI from God. This is for your information. This is for you to know. This is for you to pray. This is for you to intercede. This is for you to have protection. This is for you to stand by and watch. But you don't say, you don't do until you have the unction. Perception and leading are two different things. Just as we rely on the Holy Spirit for the perceiving, we must rely on the Holy Spirit for the leading. You may have a perceiving and hold on to it for 6 months. You may hold on to it for 3 years. And the Lord says, now's the time. I've had people hurt me because they perceived right, but they got the timing wrong. And unfortunately, it hurts me to tell you this, growing up in some of these things, I have had a perceiving and I thought it was a leading. We need to grow up, brothers and sisters. Just because you perceive doesn't mean you're supposed to lead. We function by the unction. So if you will treasure these things and be a good steward of what God gives you, and the Lord says, man, you know what? Elizabeth, I can tell her anything and she'll just keep her mouth shut. I can trust her with deep things of my kingdom, and I know she'll keep her mouth shut. She's not going to say anything to anybody until she functions by the unction. When she gets the unction, then here she goes. Amen. Amen. I kind of got off my notes a little bit, but that's what we're supposed to do for today. I've got some more things I want to talk to you about between the unction, all right, that perceiving and that leading. There's a couple more things I want to talk to you about, and I want to get over into this area of the language of the Holy Spirit. We looked already how he's the Spirit of truth. We have to love truth and hate lying, but the Holy Spirit has a certain language, and as we perceive that language, as we learn that language, we will know better how to be led by the Spirit. De-emphasize voices, look for a knowing, function by the unction. Amen? And what was the first one? Being led by the Spirit is a lifelong commitment. What opens you up to the Holy Spirit opens you up to deception, so you have to make the Word a priority in your life. Father, I thank you for the people today. I give you praise and honor for them. Father, thank you for the broadcast today. Thank you for your anointing. Father, we desire to function by the unction. So, Father, we just dedicate ourselves to you. Father, help us. Help us, Lord, to have that, just to be mature enough to know the difference between a perceiving and a leading. Father, we want to grow up. We want to grow up and be led by the Spirit. Father, we're tired of living in the flesh. We're tired of being led by fear. The Holy Spirit is not the spirit of bondage. So, Father, thank you for teaching us, for training us, for being patient with us. Father, forgive us for hurting people. Forgive us, Father, for hurting people by not using wisdom. We ask you to heal those people that we've hurt with our words. And thank you, Father, for helping us to grow up. In Jesus' name, amen. Hallelujah. Thanks for being with me today. We'll see everybody tomorrow morning. Sister Christina, 8 a.m. Hallelujah. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.